Hey guys, sorry for the late answer. Thank you all for submitting these great questions, and I'll do my best to make this a weekly occurrence where I answer some of the questions. So let's jump right in. First question by Todd. I would really like to see a high-level diagram of the developer ecosystem. I've read a good bit on Wasm, Haskell, etc. I have some ideas on how it will fit together, but it's still not clear. It would be great to have this before the SDK release, so we can level up as needed. I overlooked it if it already exists, so if that's the case. No, you have not overlooked this. There's no there's no overview diagram, so let me give you an explanation in words. So Dfinity will run Wasm bytecode WebAssembly, and you can get to WebAssembly bytecode from almost any kind of language. Some languages lend themselves a bit better than others. And we will start by providing, at least that's the current plan, don't hold me accountable if things change, but the plan is to have a Haskell compiler available, have a C compiler available, and our own language, which will be somewhat JavaScript-like. So I'd say if you already know JavaScript, C, or Haskell, you're fine. No need to invest too much time into learning a new language before we have the SDK ready. If you don't know any of these three languages, it might be that we will provide a compiler for that language down the road, but those are the three languages which we'll support at the beginning. Yes, and then you'll have includes or header files for these languages that will help you interface with the Dfinity blockchain. I hope that answers questions. Let's head over to another question. Anyone know of documentation on how exactly the Dfinity virtual machine works? I'm curious how execution is handled for code, for example, a demo by Dominic Williams, describing running a web service on the platform. Is it something like X lines of Wasm get executed per block? This was a question by Travis. Great question. So we will have a concept that's similar to gas on Ethereum, which will mean a certain price that you pay per tick, where a tick is one CPU cycle or like a set of instructions. So the virtual machine will work in a way where you commit your code or your application to a block in a transaction, so it will be saved somewhere, and that will be called a web canister, or it will be called an actor. Those are different terms for essentially the same thing. And then you can execute it by calling it and sending a certain amount of gas for the miners to execute that piece of program or application. Yes, and so you will have to submit enough gas for the application to run. If your gas is not enough to run all instructions, then it will time out and it will give you an error without getting to the end. I hope that gives you an idea. In general, you also asked about running a web service on the platform. So yeah, we will have the ability to have ports from these canisters or actors. So you could open a port 80 or 8080 and provide something that users can then access via their web browser. All right, let's do one more question. So by Cavern. His question or her question was, with regards to the canisters, please may we have an elaboration on what kinds of information is stored on it, the app itself, the app data, or both? Yeah, so a canister or actor consists of the business logic, meaning the program, plus state, meaning its current state, data that it has saved and accumulated. So that means it could be the logic of, let's say, an insurance contract, and a table that stores the information of who has submitted what kind of claims and what kind of has paid for their policy, for example. Let me have a quick look. Yeah, I think those were the questions. Again, please keep submitting questions. There's probably a lot that I will not be able to answer right off the bat, but I'm also going to be with the team starting from Monday on, and I can kind of deep dive for stuff that I personally don't know. They're all good questions. Please keep them coming, and with that, I'll talk to you guys soon.